Hello there, I'm Barb, and I have something fun to share with you. When I'm not creating classes for HowToGetCreative.com for the membership and or preparing for a live stream on YouTube, my husband and I do a line of Santa Clauses, and these are wood pieces, and I thought I would just share them with you, the ones that we currently have available. So this is the first little guy, and his name is Santa, Friend of All. They all have a little story, and so I just thought I would let you see what he looks like. I'll give you several different views of this little guy. And each one has a little story, and so I will read those to you. It's very quick. Santa, Friend of All, is joined by his friends Fox and Redbird. Since Santa was headed toward Fox's home, he hopped inside the stocking to stay warm. Santa is always happy to spend time with his friends. So this guy is, I'm going to give you a close-up of his little face so you can see. Each one is carved from northern linden or basswood, so they're hand-carved by my husband, who is known as Clausman because he does the carving. Each one of these pieces is separate. The Santa, the fox, and the little redbird. Now, the stocking is part of the Santa, but the fox is hand-carved separately, and so is the little redbird. They're hand-carved with gouges and knives, and it's a solid piece of wood except for the addition of the accessories. And then I take them and then I do the painting, and so they're painted with acrylic paint and then finished with several coats of varnish. So that is Santa, Friend of All. And he measures, roughly 7 inches tall. So about 7 inches tall. And each one of them come with their little story, as well as some information about the carving and painting process. Each one of them has at least 40 to 60 hours in the creation and finishing process. And they're all one of a kind. When they're gone, they're gone. They are available here on the website if that's where you're watching this video. If you're on YouTube watching, you can just head over to HowToGetCreative.com and click the gift shop tab, and then you'll see what we have available at the moment. This guy is named Abbott. Abbott has just completed his world tour, so it's time to relax. He dons his favorite stocking cap. See his stocking cap? Loosens his belt and breathes a sigh of relief. The reindeer are stabled, and it's time for a piping hot cup of cocoa. So that is Abbott's story. So here you can see his face closely. Now in this case, his pipe this is a carved detail. So that is hand carved, the pipe is. And then he has been applied to a piece of walnut. And this piece of walnut comes from a farm that belonged to my husband, Clausman's grandfather. So that's but we have very few pieces of that. And you can see from the top, you can kind of get the size of the base. We have very few pieces of the walnut left, but we use them whenever it's appropriate for the Santa. And this guy measures, he's about around 8.5 inches tall. So that is Abbott. Next up, we have Father Christmas. And Father Christmas, let me give you a little better shot of Father Christmas. Father Christmas holds a very special gift of brass and crystal. It's right here. He hasn't told me where he's taking it. Maybe it's for you. Maybe it's for you. So here is Father Christmas. This is created from brass wire. It has a little crystal in the center of it. It's a hand-created wire sculpting little piece. So he has on a green robe and a red cape. Again, everything's hand carved, and then the painting part is something that I do, and also the finishing. So there is Father Christmas. And then we have, this is Santa Nick. So I'll let you look at him, then I'll give you a different look. So this is Santa Nick. Santa Nick spends most of his days in the workshop getting ready for the most important night of the year. One thing Nick knows for sure is how wonderful it is to spend a little time every day with his little friend, Callie. You can see Callie down here. Anytime Santa Nick is ready for a break, Callie follows him to their special spot for a little R&R. And then it's back to business as usual. So you can see he has on cowboy boots. There's Callie from the back. You'll always know that these are our carvings because you'll always see the initials RLO and a tiger paw burned in to the wood someplace. So there he is. And I'll let you see him from a little different angle. So there is Santa Nick. He's tall, so he's a little more challenging. There we go. There you can see him. There's Santa Nick. And he is in the neighborhood of 10 inches tall, thereabouts, give or take. 10 to 11 inches. And there's little Callie has whiskers. She has whiskers. Of course she's a girl because she's calico. But she has individually applied whiskers, and those are actually fishing line. Now, this is Santa Nick's brother. I think he's his twin brother. I think it's highly possible it's his twin brother. His name is Cowboy Sam. And here's Cowboy Sam, so you'll be able to look at him. Cowboy Sam loves to spend time with his best friend. They spend long hours tromping through the snow, enjoying nature, fishing, checking fences, and just being together, looking at the land. Anytime you see Sam, you see his best friend Digger is close by. So there's Digger. And I gave you a close-up of Santa Nick. So these two guys look very similar except for their outfits. And one has a dog and one has a calico cat. So that is Santa. This is Cowboy Sam. All right, and the next one we have is Gannon. So this is Gannon. He's more of a folk art style. And he's much taller, so we're going to come up a little bit. So this is Gannon. Did you know that was Santa's first name? Gannon is returning to his sleigh to refill his favorite well-worn treasure sack. You can see it here. Mrs. Claus has tried for years to convince Gannon that he needs a replacement, but he will not hear of it. Gannon insists that it would be like retiring a dear friend, so Mrs. Claus settles for sprucing up Gannon's wardrobe and hat for the long journey each Christmas. I wonder where he's delivering that beautiful tree. So that is Gannon. And so here you can get a close-up of Gannon's face. He's much more of a folk art style Santa, and all the trim on his robe is more of a folk art style to match the style of the carving. So there's his treasure sack. He's getting ready to refill it. Got to put some more presents in there to take out and deliver. There's the tiger paw. There's the tree that's also carved. This was all one piece of wood that was carved, like so. So that's Gannon. And then we have one more, and this is Alden. And I didn't tell you how tall Gannon was. Let me tell you, he's about 11 or 12 inches tall. Yeah, Gannon's he's between 11 and 12 inches. Now this guy is so tall, he won't even fit in the, he won't even fit in the camera shot. So I'm just going to give you a little peek at him this way. And then just so you can kind of see how tall he is. So this guy he is probably, between 14 and 15 inches tall. Maybe a smidge taller than that, actually. Okay, so here is Alden, and I'll let you look at him while I tell you his little story. Alden is an old friend, as his name suggests. When you meet Alden, you'll feel like you've known him forever. Alden's generosity is symbolized by the many packages that spill from the stocking. So you can see those are little tiny packages that spill from the stocking and stack up around his feet. So you can see all the little packages at his feet. He has much to do, but he's never too busy to stop and drink a cup of hot chocolate with you. So there are Alden's packages all around the base. Each one of those is hand created and hand painted and attached to the base. And there's the little stack of packages that are spilling from the stocking. And each one of those is also hand created and hand painted. And so there's a close-up of his belt and his coat and his face. He's really got a kind, sweet face. And there's the back. There again is the tiger paw. And a close-up of the base with the packages. And that is Alden. So those are the Tiger Claws carvings that we have currently available. And when they're gone, they're gone. And so if you are interested in having one of our Tiger Claws carvings, all you have to do is either go over to the website, or if you're already on the website, you can just click for more information, product details, and so forth, and we'll take care of it. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me and taking a look at our guys that currently live with us, but maybe they want to come and live with you. So anyway, happy holidays. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to get creative today, because you know it's easy, and I'll see you again soon.